Sony Bank is launching a stablecoin that they are piloting on the Polygon blockchain. This Sony Bank is owned by the same corporation, Sony, that owns PlayStation and the gaming sector for PlayStation and those games and those affiliated services. So what does this mean? What are they doing exactly? We're going to talk about that. So welcome back to the Blockcash Podcast channel. Make sure to check out our sponsor, Bump Social. They're building an amazing new social media platform. Their app is coming out this month here in April. Make sure to check out their links and information in the description for the episode down below. This is fantastic for users, creators, influencers, businesses, brands, advertisers, you name it. So make sure to check it out and give them a download. Also, make sure to check out the YouTube channel for the podcast. If you're watching this here on the YouTube channel, congrats. Go up and click the member button to become a member, and you get exclusive access to everything, videos, YouTube clips, to the actual episodes of the podcast before anyone else gets to see it. Exclusive benefits for the price of a cup of coffee every single month. It won't kill you. Give it a shot. It helps support the channel as well. All right, so let's dive into this. I'm going to read it top to bottom, and thoughts on this will be given at the very end, so bear with me. Sony Bank launches stablecoin pilot project on Polygon blockchain. Let's see why this is relevant. So the report statement asserts that Sony is exploring stablecoins to drive the firm's intellectual property in gaming and sports by the advantages of lower payment and remittance fees. According to the Nikkei, I can never pronounce it, the Sony's stablecoin pilot aims to trial the legal issues associated with the transfer of yen-based stablecoins and will take a few months. The Belgian company Settlement will do the development. Recently, Sony Group has been active in the development of Web3 technology. Its gaming part requested a patent less than a month ago for the implementation of non-fungible tokens, NFTs, in order to improve the flexibility with assets used by the players in games. In addition, the company has partnered with Startail Labs, a main developer of the Astar network, to introduce Sony's own public blockchain network. CEO of Startail, Soda Watanabe, informs that after 18 months of development, the project has entered the phase of implementation. So on the background of Japan's stablecoin landscape, Japan had introduced a stablecoin regulatory framework in June of last year to protect the consumers after the collapse of Terra USD. This bill requires that domestic stablecoins remain linked to the yen or any other official tender, thus ensuring redemption at par value. As a result, cryptocurrency and financial institutions are exploring possibilities of launching stablecoins in Japan, which is the fourth biggest economy in the world. For instance, in September, Binance Japan teamed up with a local bank, MUFG, to investigate into the development of stablecoins pegged to fiat currencies. Further, the company behind USDC Circle entered into a partnership with SBI Holdings, a major Japanese bank, last November, to explore bringing USDC, the world's second largest stablecoin, to the Japanese market. This week, a regional bank of Japan, Hakoku, announced the release of Tachika, the country's first stablecoin backed by bank deposits. At first, this e-currency will be allowed in some select retail outlets in Suzu City, which is in Ishikawa Prefecture. God, I want to go to Japan. Like, I can't pronounce shit in Japanese, but I think it's so cool. I feel like a samurai every time I'm trying to talk, or I'm like in an anime. Everything is so intense. All right. I'm gonna get canceled for that. All right. Here's my thoughts. I think that just like the last video I did on Hong Kong's stablecoin, that's being worked on by the Conflux network, that's also, being just stablecoins being opened up to in general in Hong Kong by ZA Bank. I think this is a regional thing that's taking place in Asia, now Japan. And it's cool to see Sony kind of lead forward on this. They're a massive, massive organization, all right? And particularly, they're doing this for gaming. They even got a patent for NFTs in games. And I think that they want to roll this out onto PlayStation. I think that would make a lot of sense. Why would that make a lot of sense? Well, NFTs can represent many things in the gaming industry. They can represent profiles. They can represent rank. They can represent items, loot, DLC maps, content, pretty much anything you can think of. With the stablecoin interjected into that, now you have an in-game currency that can function in the real world at the same time. And if they're building their own public blockchain network, maybe in partner with some other networks or even some other games, then now you have an ecosystem of applications that can be built within the PlayStation network itself. And since PlayStation is one of the biggest gaming systems, ecosystems, consoles in the world, next to Xbox and Nintendo, it makes sense to do this, obviously. So Sony leading the way, exploring this is going to open up a lot of possibilities for gamers to experience Web3 and to make the gaming experience just better overall, creating tremendous amounts of value. Think about all the money that you've spent on video games, all the money you've spent within a video game to buy a stupid color to put on your character, not being able to transfer the value of a character you've built up or realize the value and put it in the next game, or put it on an open marketplace, or the DLC maps you spent all this money on that you can't use anymore, or that you can't resell or get your money back for. There should be ways to capture that value and to maintain it in a digital space. And that can happen in gaming through blockchain-based solutions, stablecoins, NFTs, for example. So I think Sony sees the picture. I think they understand this. And I think that's why they've applied for these patents, not to just squat on the opportunity forever, but to actually implement it. That's why they're developing a blockchain. That's why they're developing a stablecoin, hopefully in yen. Maybe that'll transfer into the PC market as well. Maybe they'll get into esports and e-gaming and other, arenas. I think that's entirely possible. Maybe they'll license it out and make tremendous amounts of money off of it. I just think that gaming is going to be one of the biggest niches for blockchain, and one of the best use cases to really demonstrate the power of what blockchain can do in terms of realizing value on chain, in a virtual world, in a gaming setting, in a place where you didn't think value could be recaptured and then liquefied. That's going to happen. It'll open up new realms of possibility in world economies. God, imagine being able to play Sims or Final Fantasy, or I don't know, maybe having an open world for like, I don't know, what's a big PlayStation game? I don't know. Maybe you could have like an open world Call of Duty or some shit like that, or an open world, battlegrounds. I don't know. Just imagine the possibilities of have like a real tangible existence, a life in essence in a game. This is like kind of going back to like the metaverse and what that was showing us originally. That's possible with blockchain, and there's amazing amounts of value, maybe even unlimited value in that scenario. So let's see what happens if this is very cool. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about what Sony's doing and the possibility of what this could do for the gaming industry. And stablecoins in Japan, also very interesting. Yen-backed stablecoins. Comment your thoughts down below. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you have already, thank you so much. You guys are the best. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.